Today in the review session, this is number 8, and this is the first time you're solving an equation for theta, and that between, again, 0 and 2 pi, so the directions are the same. But this time, you see, it looks like a mess, but it's not really going to be a mess, because you're going to try to get everything, first of all, on one side, and then see if you can't just factor out a common factor. Or it might turn into a quadratic pattern. So let's see what happens. So I have cosecant theta, secant theta, minus 2 cosecant theta. And then let's get it all on one side. So plus square root of 2 cosecant theta plus 2 cosecant theta equals 0. So let's factor out a cosecant theta. We could combine all these together, actually, before we do that. Doesn't this and this cancel each other out? So I'm left with cosecant theta, secant theta, plus the square root of 2 cosecant theta equals 0. So just simplifying. Now I am going to factor out a cosecant theta. So I get cosecant theta times secant theta plus the square root of 2 equals 0. It's at this point in time where I can use the zero product property, because we remember that we have A times B, and that equals 0, then either A equals 0 or B equals 0. That's the zero product property. And that's how we factor and why we factor anyway. So I've got it factored. So I set each side equal to 0. So cosecant alpha equals 0, and secant alpha is negative square root of 2. I mean, I guess I should say, if we want to do every little step, we would say secant alpha plus the square root of 2 equals 0. So secant alpha equals negative square root of 2. Now, where is cosecant equal to 0? Well, remember, cosecant is 1 over sine. So that means it would have to be where, well, actually, it could never be equal to 0, right? So, and you know how to graph cosecant, right? It is ever equal to 0. So that's a never on this side. And let's see what we get over here. If secant theta is negative square root of 2, then 1 over cosine theta would equal 1 over, that would just equal the negative square root of 2 over 1. So I just changed secant to 1 over cosine. So if you want to solve using cross products, we get negative 2 square root of 2 cosine alpha equals 1, or cosine alpha theta, is 1 over negative square root of 2. Let's get this right in the right format. Square root of 2 over the square root of 2. So that equals negative square root of 2 over 2. So we're looking at where cosine theta equals negative square root of 2 over 2 between 0 and 2 pi on the unit circle. So negative, I'm going to make a little unit circle right here. Cosine is negative in quadrants 2 and quadrant 3. So you're looking for that, and it's the pi over 4 reference angle. So this would be 3 pi over 4 in quadrant 2 and 5 pi over 4 in quadrant 3. So what answer is 3 pi over 4, 5 pi over 4? A. So the answer is A. All right, now that's how you do it, by factoring or getting a common factor. Factor out a common term. In this case, I factored out the cosecant after I simplified everything. So it's a very important skill that you can do those. Those are on the test. So we're going to do one more like that, number 9.